So in bringing constellations to young kids, there are some beautiful picture books that show some of the constellations that different cultures have come up with in the past. But they can be a little complicated, and like, for example, if you look at this lion, I don't know, if I saw those stars in the sky, could I necessarily say it was a lion? Not so sure. The fun part, though, is that you get to use your imagination. And in terms of kids, connecting dots to make shapes is really right up the alley of a first grader. So although this book is available in a read aloud, and it's beautiful and lyrical and engages the imagination and makes it fun and exciting to look for animals in the sky, another great thing is just to encourage kids to draw dots, connect them with lines, recognize the shapes, and imagine what they see in them. So here's a little activity, which is also in the video for kids, where maybe, well, first of all, what shape is a star? You could draw a star like this, the typical 5-pointed star, but that's not actually what stars look like. Interestingly, as is so often the case, it's the tool we use to look at stars that creates that 5-pointed star shape. It has to do with the optics of mirrors inside a telescope. That's what makes a star refract in that way, to make it look like it's got 5 points. Where in reality, what shape is a star really? Well, what shape is the star that we're closest to? Because whichever one we're closest to is probably the one we can see the best. Yeah, that's the sun. Is the sun round? Sure is. All the other stars are too. So when it comes time to draw a star, we're just going to draw a circle. And then we'll draw another star, connect them, and then you could ask the kids, what could that be? And let's see, could be a cartoon character mouth. There are the eyes. Could be a stick. Could be a line in the sidewalk. Could be a trapeze. Could be a pen or a pencil or an arrow. How about if we added another point and connected those lines? Well, now it's got a special name, right? And it's great for first graders to be learning the names of the shapes. Triangle. And then you could ask them, what does it look like to you? What do you see? And they might say a slice of pizza. They might say a party hat. What other things do you see when you look at a triangle? Then you could have them draw 4 stars, and they connect them. And what's that called? Well, this one, because it's not a square, is called a rhombus, of course. Because any 4-sided shape, what are the rules? I think all the lines have to be the same length, is a rhombus. And what does that remind you of? Maybe an ice cube, maybe a tile, maybe a piece of paper. So these are all pretty prosaic examples. Nothing so exciting as a lion or 2 bears with tails swinging from one another's tails. Some of the really imaginative stuff that we'll come across in this zoo read aloud. But it is a starting point that all first graders will, drawing that straight line will challenge some of them. Knowing the names of the shapes will challenge some of them. Coming up with ideas of what those shapes might represent in their imaginations will probably delight them. And that's a nice entry point to the idea of looking at constellations. Then If you can have your kids look out the window at nighttime and see some stars, it's something they could actually try. And that could be fun. Or you could print out some photos from the night sky of stars and have them connect the dots and find shapes for one another. Something to try. Have fun.